I just need to make a quick announcement. If you're in sports for Thursday, if you have cheer practice or basketball game or softball or who knows what, but if you are busy after school on Thursday and you have something like an event, like a game or something or a practice, then this eliminates you. But even if there's a few of you that can go help us out on Thursday, we will be leaving school at 11:15. So if you want to go with us, I'll tell you what it is in a second, but if you want to go, I need you to tell me what your fourth period final exam is. And we need to, final exams, I think, from 10 to 12 is fourth period exam. You get 2 hours. But if you think you could finish your exam in like an hour, 15 minutes, then you're a candidate to go, okay? As long as you don't have practice after school. But we will be taking our 7th and 8th graders, but only like 20 some can go. And I need 50 students, okay? So I'm really in a bind right now. I'm in a very hard place because I committed to having 50 students show up at the San Bernardino mission. It's their food distribution warehouse. So it's not the actual mission, but it's the place where it's a big warehouse that has refrigerators and things, but we'll be packing food boxes to be given out to people that are in need, okay? So all we're doing is packing the boxes and then setting them aside. But we're going to work from 1 to 4 o'clock, and then the bus will leave from 4 back here to the school. So we'll be gone from 11:15 to 4:30, okay, on Thursday. You will get 6 hours community service, and I've told the other high schoolers, if I'm only offering this for high school, if you go and you behave well and do work, then I will give you 10 hours for only doing 3 hours of work.
When you play.
Okay? No, you have a game, so you're eliminated. Okay? So if you're willing to go, all right, I only have like 20-some 7th and 8th graders that are going. We have some staff that are going, like Mrs. Butler, but it's a good community service opportunity to start earning your hours for next semester. Okay? If you want to leave early with us, like I said, then you need to come see me, turn in your permission slip, and I need to let your teacher know that you'll be leaving at 11:15. So you'll have to start your final right at 11, okay? Not like 10, or sorry, start at 10, not 10:30, okay? But for those of you that have some more difficult subjects during fourth period, that's probably not an option because you may need a full 2 hours, right? So you're really going to have to decide for yourself what you can do and not do, and then also if you want to just meet us out there, if you drive, then you're more than welcome to meet us there at 1 o'clock. You won't get to do the in and out thing because we're going to go to in and out at 11:15 first, and then, yeah. Is anybody interested? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If you change your mind, these are down here with me in the office. Thank you.
Should have mentioned the in and out first, because I don't have any.
I'll let you use this. I'll let anybody who goes to that voluntarily use a note card on your final. Huh? If you want to go get a worksheet, I know, but I'll let you use one in this class if you can prove that you went. So go get a thing from Miss Bracken. Okay, you have to show me that you have that filled out and that you're going if you want to use that. Then you will cheat and not love you anymore. Okay. Alright, here we go. Ready, guys? Does anybody find the secret message in this the last time you took the test?
Yeah.
I told you guys to look for the Easter egg.
Yeah. But what was the Easter egg?
Nobody saw it last time. It was like right. That was on your test, and nobody saw it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 by 9. Always count up and then over, okay? Oh wait, sorry. Rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 8. The dimensions is 8 by 9. Okay. What is the element whose value is 5G? 5G is right here. That's A, 2, 3. Because it's matrix A. A23. Alright, 5G, get that good cell phone reception right there at A23, okay? What is the value of A17? So A1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 69. Boom. Okay, what is the number of columns in the matrix? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already kind of counted those. And what is the number of elements in the matrix? We're just basically going to solve this. 8 times 9, 72. What is the element whose value is pi? Well, pi is right here. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A6, 1. Don't do A16. It's A61. What is the value? A89. So we go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, T. Alright, and there you go. Simple enough. You guys killed that on the last test. But a couple of you guys missed a couple of them because you maybe flew through it and didn't focus. So get those right. It's important, okay? Those are the easy ones. That's why you want to get those right. Alright, now for the favorite stuff. Alright.
Are you going to go on to take the again?
Maybe, so it's less difficult for me to have to stand and watch you the whole time. Alright. I had somebody cheat just the other day. Got a 0 on their project test. Alright. Yeah, remember the project test? Oh, you still need to make yours up, Kat, by the way. Anybody who hasn't taken their project test yet, Sky, you need to make yours up too. Alright. So we have 2x plus, okay, so here's the thing. Right here, there's already an eliminated y. There's no y here. So then let's just eliminate y out of these two and use that answer to solve for y and z. So we're going to add these two together. I'm going to add them upwards, okay? So 2x plus x, because these are already opposites, right? So I don't have to do anything. That gives me 3x, y's cancel, plus 3z.
So actually maybe you can do times negative q.
I could, but what I'm trying to say, Ned, is because this already has no y, then by canceling y here, it makes it less steps for me, yeah. So 2 plus negative 5 gives me negative 3. And I could divide all that by 3, right?
Yeah.
So I could pull 3 out, and I can just make that, let's see here, x plus z equals negative 1. So I take x plus z equals negative 1, and I combine it right here. X plus z equals negative 1. Alright, so now these are the two that I'm working with. Okay? Now I basically took it from 3 variables to 2, so now it's something like that. Alright, so now we're just going to eliminate one, solve the other, plug it back in. Since the z's are already the same number, I just have to flip it around. So I'll take my whole bottom one here, multiply it by negative 1. It's going to give you negative x minus z equals 1. So I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this because it's a lot of stuff going on here, okay? I'm going to rewrite that one down here. Negative 2x plus z equals negative 1. Quick question? Uh-huh. Why did I multiply? Because this was positive z, they were both plus z. I want them to be opposites, like this, where I have negative and positive, so they can cancel. Now when I add them together, okay, I get negative 3x equals, these cancel, right, equals 0, x equals 0. Cool. Alright, now take that, plug it back in to one of these two. I'll go ahead and plug it back into this one since this is the simplest one. So I have negative x, well, since x equals 0, that's just going to be 0 minus z equals 1. Negative z equals 1, or z equals negative 1. Alright, take both of those. Alright, take both of those, plug them in up here. That gives me 0 minus y plus z, which is negative 1, equals negative 5. Negative y minus 1 equals negative 5. Add 1. Negative y equals negative 4. Y equals 4, because I have to make sure y. Alright? Not a whole lot of work if you do it the right way. If you want to do substitution and not elimination, you're going to have a full page of stuff going on here. Okay? But that would be what I recommend to solve something like that. We've done this 1,000 times. Go back. This isn't, okay, so just because this is on here like this doesn't mean it's going to look exactly like this on the test. You have to know how to solve three variable systems. Okay? So if it looks a little different on the test, don't be like, oh, well, it wasn't like that on the review. No, it's not supposed to be exact. Okay? It's supposed to be close, and you're supposed to know from all the other tests that we've done, okay? All right, now, since we just did that, this should be easy. Because we just did two variables right here. So we're going to basically do right here what we just did right there. Okay? So, let's see. 3 and 6 are already opposites. So I'll just take my top one and multiply it by 2. That gives me, I'll bring it down here, 4x minus 6y equals negative 2. Don't forget that. A lot of people forget to do that one, then screw everything up. Add them together, gives me 12x, cancels those out, equals 32. Divide both sides by 12. I'm pretty sure that reduces to 8 over 3. Okay, well I got a fraction. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay, it just means it's a fraction. So take that, plug it back in. I'm going to go and plug it back into the first one since that one's got smaller numbers. That's why I always recommend just whatever one has the smaller numbers, use that one. You could have also divided this whole thing by 2, right?
Yeah, I did it.
Instead of multiplying this one by 2, you could divide this one by 2 to make it smaller. But, you know, I'm just so used to always multiplying that I don't think about that all the time. Alright, so we plug that in there, so I get 2 times x is now 8 over 3. Alright, minus 3y equals negative 1. 2 times 8, 16. So I have 16 over 3. That's too similar. 16 over 3 minus 3y equals negative 1. Okay, that's supposed to be an arrow right there. Okay. Well, now a lot of you guys will try to multiply this, but you can't because this is addition. So I have to do the opposite of that. So I have to minus 16 over 3 on both sides. I'll do it like this. Okay. So that cancels out. Negative 3y on this side. If I want a common denominator here, and when I have 1, I can always just make it any two numbers over itself, right? So I'll just do negative 3 over 3. Minus 16 over 3. That gives me negative 19 over 3? Yeah, negative 3y equals negative 19 over 3. Divide both sides by 3. That's the same as multiplying by the inverse. Okay. It should be negative 3. So that it doesn't go. So y equals positive 19 over 9. There we go. So yes, you got some fractions. So in a sense, they're kind of both the same difficulty because this one has fractions. But this has less steps. It's just being able to add, subtract, multiply with fractions, okay? That's why I've been doing those fraction worksheets, so you guys can learn to just love them. It's easy. Okay, if you missed a step, again, you can go back and watch the video. I want to make sure I get through the whole thing, so at the end, if we have extra time, I'll answer your questions. Alright, basically, what are my 2 equations and my 2 lines? Or what are my 2 inequations, because they're inequalities. So I'm going to start with this line here. It crosses here at point 1, 2, 3. So I know it's going to be plus 3. It's got a slope. Let me just find 2 points. Here's a point. Okay, so its slope is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So negative 3 over 2 x. And I know it's going to be y. Is it greater than or equal to or less than or equal to or less than greater than? It's less than or equal to because it's underneath the line and it's a solid line. So it's less than or equal to. That's how easy that is, okay? You just have to remember y equals mx plus b. And find all your pieces. Or find your m and your b. Okay, but you also have to find what goes here, because it could be greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, okay? This next one is right here at -1, and it seems like it has a point, 1, 2, right here, -2, 4, which is also the same as -1. Yeah, oh, it has a point right here too, yeah, see? -1, 2, so -1/2. It's got a y-intercept of -1. And my symbol is going to be greater than or equal to, right? Because it's above it. There we go, that's it. Alright, now let's do it the other way around. Let's take these and graph them. But we have absolute value. Dun, dun, dun. And everybody messes this up, so pay close attention. We'll do this one in blue, okay? I'm going to start by putting my first point, which is always whatever this number is right here. -3. Okay, and that's if it's outside the parentheses, which there's no parentheses, so that's outside the parentheses. Then I go down 1, up 1 over 2. I got my 2 points. I'll plot a couple of them. I'll just keep going up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Make it a little easier to draw. And it's open, so that means it's going to be dotted. So I could kind of just do that as my line, right? Down 1 over 2 this way. That could kind of be my line. And it is going to be filled in on the top, right, because it's bigger than that. So make sure I'm going to fill in upwards. I'll do that in a second, though, so I don't have to get too much ink on the paper. Now, my absolute value, that's the tricky part. So what you guys will do is you'll say, oh, look, +2, and you'll go right here. That's not where we go, okay? When it's inside the absolute value symbol, okay, it makes it shift to the left and the right, but it doesn't make it go +2, even though it's a plus, okay? It's opposite of that. It always makes it go, there's just, I've explained it to you guys before and broken it down, but it's better for you at this point to just remember it. Remember that when it's inside here, it's always going to start from 0. If it's +2, it's going to go over here 2 spaces. If it said x -2, it would start over here at +2. And my slope is whatever's outside here, which is just 1. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1 in this direction, and I'm also going to go this way. Remember, when you have an absolute value, it's a v. It does not go below this point. Okay? No matter what number you plug in here for x, you will never get a y less than 0. Okay? Y will never go down here. That's why there's no points down here underneath the y-axis. And now it's equal to, right? So that means it needs to be a solid line. But where do I fill it in? Underneath. Which means this is the area in here that needs to be shown in. Above that line and below the absolute value. Those are all my possible solutions. If I take any point inside there and plug it into both of those equations, it'll work. Alright? Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Alright, matrices again, yay! Oh, these are the easy ones though. Alright, let's knock these out of the park. A plus B, I'm just going to take all these and add them to their corresponding spots. So 2 plus 4, 2, oh, is it frozen? Oh, I just have it way too high. Alright, 2 plus 4, 6, 7 plus 2, 9, 0 plus -1, 3 and 1, 4, 1 and -2, -1, 5 and 3, 8. Boom, okay? Now, 3a minus b, first we have to change a and multiply the whole thing by 3. So let's do a couple steps here. We're going to do this whole thing times 3. So 3 times 2, 3 times 7, 0, 9, 3, 15. Okay? I just took all these numbers, multiplied them all by 3. That's how I got that. Now it's that minus b. So minus that guy. So 6 minus 4, 2, 21 minus 2, 0 minus -1, Aha! You guys all got that wrong last time on the test, and I had to mark you off half a point. It's not 0 minus 1, it's 0 minus negative 1, which is positive 1, okay? Don't make that mistake.
Wait, what did you say?
So we're doing this minus this, right? So it's 0 minus negative 1. So it's plus 1 is the answer. Don't put minus 1. I'm going to look right here and I'm going to say, did they do the negative? Half a point. Okay? 9 minus 1, 8. 3 minus negative 2, positive 5. 15 minus 3. And there's my answer, okay? Alright, y'all got that? Okay, now here's the question. True or false? Does this point lie on that line? So we're going to plug it in, and if it equals the same thing, then we know it's true. So we take 3 times 3 minus 4 times 5. See, does that equal 11? So that's 9 minus 20. That's negative 11. That does not equal 11, so my answer is false. Does not fall on that line. So if I graph that line, that point would not be on that line. That's what that's saying, okay? Alright, now it wants me to graph this. Now it doesn't want me to put it in slope-intercept form. So the easiest way to do this, because it wants me to also label the x and y intercepts, is to just do when x equals 0, what does y equal? So when x is 0, where do I land on my y? So that gives me 4y equals 15. Y equals 15 over 4. That can't be reduced. So that's about, what is that, 3.5? No, 3.75, right? Yeah. If that helps you guys. Alright, so at x equals 0, y equals 2.75. So x equals 0, 3.75 is right here. So I'm going to do 0, 3.75, that's 1 point. Now I need to find the other point, the one that lands on the x. So all I do is the opposite. I'll do 3x, and I'll do 4 times 0. When y equals 0, right? Because when we're on this line, y equals 0. Up and down. So that's 3x equals 15. X equals 5. So when y equals 0, x equals 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the point 50. Now, some of you guys just did that and you were done with it. But you're not. You're graphing a line, so you have to draw the line through it. Please do not make this mistake and just draw the 2 points. Please draw the line, okay? Lizzie, was yours blank? No, we didn't draw the line through it. I remember seeing it. Where? Okay, we're getting there. Only a couple more left. 2 pages? Oh, easy. You're like, no, I hate the matrices. I like the matrices. We haven't had to do the really hard stuff with matrices yet. I don't know if we will. Depends. Alright. These 3 questions are very similar. Okay? The equation of a line looks like this. That's a general line. Okay? That's like the general form, that's the slope-intercept form. But the 2 things you need to draw an equation are what? So funny. You need this and this. Okay? Y and x for an equation. You'll never have a y and x for an equation. You have points that you can plug in, but your equation is going to look like y equals, it's going to look like this, right? Y equals 1/2 x minus 5. It's not going to have the x and the y for the equation. So this wants you to write the slope-intercept form of the equation that goes through these 2 points. So in all 3 of these problems, you're just finding the m and the b, and then you're plugging them into this. Okay? So I want to know m equals what, and b equals what, and then plug them in right there, okay? I'm going to fill in the blanks. That's going to be my answer. How do I do that? Well, first I have my slope formula, right? Who remembers that, guy? x2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? So I take 10 minus 7, which is 3, over -1 minus 2, -3, -1. Cool, so I put that right there. Okay? Now, how do I find b? Well, I can use this formula to find b. I have a y and an x and an m, so I can solve for b. So I'll use 2 and 7, okay? 7 is y, m is -1, x is 2, and then I don't know what b is, but I'm going to solve for it. Multiply those together, gives me -2. Add that to both sides, b equals 9. That goes right here. Okay, this is your answer. Not this and this. These are not your answers. This is your answer. Okay, you all got that? That is your answer. Y equals -1x plus 9. Okay, now, that's when it gives you 2 points. What if it gives you an equation of a different line? Here's the part where everybody screws up, okay? I'm going to tell you this now. This number right here does not matter. It's just there because it needs to be. Okay? That number is irrelevant. It's just saying if there's some line, like can I graph that line? -5, 1/2. It's a line right here. Okay? But it's not asking me for that line. It's asking me what's the equation of the parallel line that goes through this point, 3, -2. Okay? What's this line? What's this line right here? That's what it's asking me. Well, that line has a different y-intercept, right? So that -5 doesn't even matter. So seriously, when you get your test, just scribble that number out so you don't confuse yourself. Alright? We don't need that. Well, all we need is the slope. This is all we need. All we need to know is that, hey, this line has the same slope as this line. I already have a point. So my slope, so look, I'm going to do the same thing, m and b. My slope I already know, 1/2. Cool. I don't know what b is. So I'm going to solve it, okay? Same way I did up here. 3 equals 1/2 times -2 plus b. So that gives me -1. Sorry. So I set that up wrong. Let me do another color. -2. Thank you. Goes 1/2 times 3 plus b. That gives me 3/2. Subtract that. So -2 minus 3/2. Got to do some common denominator stuff here. That's -4/2. So -4 minus 3, -7/2. That's my b. Okay, remember though what I said. That is not my answer. My answer is plugging that into the equation, which gives me y equals my slope, which is 1/2 x, and then my b, -7/2. Okay. 7/2 is about 3.5. It's 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, right about there. That's where it would cross that. That's where it would cross. So that looks about right. This is my answer. This is not. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but all I need to know is what my slope is. Well, the slope of this line is 1/2, but I want the perpendicular slope. Who remembers how to do a perpendicular slope? You take the reciprocal, and then you also flip the sign, right? So if it's positive, it becomes negative. So you flip it over, and then you make it negative. So 2/1 is 2, and make it -2, okay? So this is my slope, m equals -2. Same exact, and I'm trying to find b, right? Same exact step. Take -2 equals, now instead of 1/2, I'm going to use -2 times 3 plus b. That gives me -6 added to both sides. Now b equals 4. Sorry, I sat here so I wouldn't do that as much. I still did anyway. And now b equals 4, but that's not my answer, right? Just hopefully getting this. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. And let's just say if we graphed that on my little like chicken scratch graph over here, plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it look like that would be through this point perpendicular? Yeah, it does. So, way to go us. Okay, now you just have to remember your distance and midpoint formula. Yes, and guess what? This exact same problem is on the geometry final. So they had to learn it. You had to learn this last year, right? Square root of what?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Alright, that's my distance, and then my midpoint is x2 plus x1 over 2, y2 plus y1 divided by 2. Now let's just solve that out really quick. Negative 4 minus 5
Negative 9.
is either negative 9 or 81, right?
Yeah.
Because when you square it, it becomes positive. And then over here I have, wait, oh, I did y's first. It doesn't matter because associative property, right? Or commutative property. So I do 7 minus 3, which is 4. 4. Yeah, good. 4, 16. Add those together. Square root of 97, and I don't think that can be broken down, so we'll just leave that as 397. If, yeah. Gotta remember. I've taught that in pre-algebra last year. I know. It's the best teacher. Sad that you never got to experience me as a pre-algebra teacher. Just kidding. I'm not the best. What?
You have to break it down?
If you can. That's a prime number, so you can't break it. But if it, let's just, I'll do an example. Let's say I got the square root of 96, right? Well, I know 3 can go into that, because 3 goes into 90, and 2 more. So it goes into 32 times 3. Yeah, 30, 60, 90. Yeah. And then I could break 32 down into, what is that, 16 and 2. And then 8 and 2. And then 4 and 2. And 2 and 2. Well, I got all those numbers. So let's just write them all out. I got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I take any pairs that I can match up, and they become 1. Okay, and I put that on the outside, so I get 2 times 2 on the outside. And what's left on the inside is 2 times 3. And then I simplify that. So it would be 4 square root 6. Yeah. It's really not that hard. It's just you guys don't do it a lot and you forget. Or it's a lot of dividing. You have to like, oh man, I gotta do arithmetic. A lot of arithmetic right here. Exactly. These stay on the inside by themselves. These become 1 and they go on the outside. Okay? Alright, midpoint really quick. X, this does matter the order. So up here how I screwed up, that wouldn't matter, but this will because X, comma, Y. So, 7 plus 3 divided by 2 is, 7 plus 3 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. Right? 7 plus 3 equals 10 over 2. Okay, over here I have negative 4 plus 5. So negative 4 plus 5 gives me 1, so that's going to be 1/2, huh? There you go, that's my answer, 5, comma 1/2. Boom, bada boom. Alright, last page. So we got?
So the order does count, or like doesn't matter, right?
Oh, the order matters very much so.
I know, and I started doing it, I was like, well,
Alright, here's what you should do every time before you do anything else. Write the dimensions underneath the letter. So A is 3 by 2. And it has to be in order, okay? B equals 2 by 2. So I know it does work, okay? And my answer is going to be a 3 by 2. So it's going to be a 3 tall by 2, okay? I already know what my answer is going to look like, but I'm not there yet. So I take my first row times my first column, and I take the first term times the first term, which is 2 times 1, which is 2, and I add it to the second term times the second term, plus 5x, okay? A lot of you guys will do this, 2 times 1 and 2 times x. That's wrong. It's 2 times 1, 5 times x, okay? First term times the top, second term times the bottom. Then, when I go over here, I do the same thing again. First term times the top, second term times the bottom. So 2 times 10 is 20. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Okay? Now I go for my second one. 0 times 1, 0. 4 times x, negative 4x. 0 times 10 is 0. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. One more color here for you. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 times x is 0. 1 times 10 is 10. 0 times negative 5 is 0. Now I'm going to just simplify all those to get my grand total of 2 plus 5x, because that cannot be added together. Please don't make that mistake on the test. A lot of you guys did that on your review. You cannot add those two together. That's not an x term. Negative 5. You can't add those together because 0 is just 0, so negative 4. 0 plus 20 is 20. 1 plus 0 is 1. 10 plus 0 is 10. Yeah. The row? The red?
Yeah.
Why didn't I circle this?
No.
Why did I circle that?
Wow.
Sorry.
You multiply 1 by 1 and then you did 0
Times,
x.
yeah,
Why didn't you do like
0x.
plus 0 x?
Well, 0 times any number is 0. So x, even though it's not a number per se, whatever it is, it's a mystery number, right? But no matter what it is, if you multiply by 0, it's going to be 0.
Why can't we just keep the variable?
Because you never keep the variable when you multiply by 0. Because you're trying to simplify it, right? And keeping the x would be less simple. Yeah, we don't write 0x, we just write 0. Good question. Alright, d times a, 2 times, that's a 2 by 2, times a 3 by 2. Oh wait, they don't match, so I don't need to waste my time. No answer. Okay? Don't sit there and wait till you start multiplying it and be like, oh wait. Right, these don't line up right here, right? So it doesn't work. So moving on. C times A. Now it's going to be a little harder because we can't put it on the screen. C times A, 3 times 3. A is 3 by 2. Yeah, okay. And the order matters. If I had A times C, it would not work. But C times A does work, okay? Let's see here. I can't do both. I'm going to solve C times A up here. Okay, so you can see it. Alright, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to get a whole new color. This times this. Okay? I know my answer is going to be a 3 by 2, so it's going to be tall. So I do 4 times 2. Whoops, I was supposed to do that up here. 4 times the first number times the first number, which is 8, plus 0 times negative 14, which is 0. 1 times 8, 8. Okay? Then I do 4 times 5, which is going to be 20. Negative 14 times negative 4, who's got that? 56, positive 56. And 0 times 8 is 0. Alright. Now I do my second one. Purple. My second row. Okay. I'm going to multiply that by my first column. So negative 2 and positive 2 is negative 4. 9 and 0, 0. 8 and 1, what's 8? Hiding what? Okay. Now we're going to do the second one, negative 2 and 5, which is 10, negative 10. 9 and negative 4, negative 36. 8 and 0 is 0. Alright, row number 3, in red. So I have 5 and 2, 10. 0 and 2, 2. I'm doing the third one there. So 5 and 2, 2 and 0. Wait. Should be 0. Where is it 2? And then 1 and negative 100 is negative 100. Right? Then I do my second, I do 5 times 5.
Wait. Are we supposed to do 5 by 1?
5 by 2. 0 by 2. And then 1 by negative 100. See? First one times the first one. Second one times the second one. Third one times the third one.
Well, I thought you were doing like this. Oh,
No. Okay, so I have, negative 8 and 0. Now all I gotta do is add them all up, right? So that's 16, 76, 4, negative 46, negative 90, and 17? I know. You're like, how did you do it so fast? Okay, use calculator. You can have one. Use it. If that's hard for you to do in your head, 56 by 20, then use calculator, okay? I mean, I would like it if you could do it without it, but for a test, just do whatever's easiest, okay? No. You will get less stress if you don't. Because for me to have to plug all those into my calculator would be more stressful than just adding them in my head. Because now I'm sitting there having to do this, right? But if I'm like, oh, I can't do it in my head, then the calculator's helpful. Alright, now A times D, 3 times 2, by 2 by 2. That works, right? And that's going to pretty much be the same as our A. So, I'll just do it really quick using only one color. And you can try to do it on your page. But just so you can see if you got your answer right. A times D, so it's going to be 2 and 54, so that's 108 plus 5 and negative 1. And then I have 2 times 45, which is 90, plus 5 times negative 200, times negative 1,000? Huh. Check that out. Big numbers. Alright, 0, 54 is 0. Negative 4 and negative 1 is 4. 0 and 45 is 0. Negative 4 and 200 is positive 800. 1 and 54 is 54. 0 is, wait. Yeah, 0. 1 and 45. 45, 0 and negative 200 is 0. Alright, simplify all those. That's all we're doing. So add them together. So that's 103, 4, 54, 90 minus 1,000, negative 910. I just did 1,000 minus 90 and then changed the sign, okay? And then 845. Is class over? Alright, see you guys later.